last but not least, because today we gonna whip some ass. We gonna whip some ass today. We gonna whip some ass today. And I'm so happy that I could trim these portions out the video when I'm done with it. I feel like come on, y'all don't even know about this, man. Shout out to Jefferson Airplane, man. And my raccoon for listening to rock and roll like black people created too. Come on, come on, man. We gonna really get deep today. We gonna really get deep today. I ain't come to play with y'all today, man. I let a lot of this little a lot of this black anime blurred, you know, a lot of misinformation. But the king is here. The champ is back, baby. Fuck is you talking about? One Piece in the background. Come on. We really do this. Comics right next to us, you heard? We really read about racism in comics and all that, man. We really do this, man. And we really read about racism in real life, man. Like this is what we do, man. It's time to teach, man. It's time to teach. Come on, man. We gonna get it though. We gonna get it. Yeah. Let's get up out of here. Now let's get to it, y'all. Feel me? Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. You heard? Let's get to it. So, you're now in tune with the most wise Fleavelli. We are here. Like, comment, subscribe, tap in with the channel. You know what I'm saying? Voice your opinions in the live chat and all that. But we gonna get deep. We probably be here for like the next 30, 40 minutes and all that. I got a serious phone call I gotta make after the situation and all that. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So let's start at the beginning. Matter of fact, let's start at this dude's page. So the other day, or you know what? You know what? Let's start with some context. Let's start with some context. Jesus Christ, this is why I hate freaking. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause these people just be. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? I'm having conversations and shit, and then that shit just pop up out of nowhere. Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't be doing that. Anyway, so Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh my god. Yo. That's what I was trying to ask. That's what I should have been doing all that before I got on here with this. But anyway, let's get into it. So, the other day, and I wonder if I could actually pull up, you know what? Let's see something, because I really want to give a lot of context to this situation. So let's do this real quick. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Because things keep popping up in the background, and I'm having very, very private discussions and stuff like that, and I don't really want those things to kind of come out. Holy shit. You look at that. You could still kind of see the motherfucker over here. Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like, oh, y'all see all the fine, you know what I'm saying? All the fine ladies and all that. Chill. You know what I'm saying? You gotta chill. You got to chill. You got to chill out, man. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see something. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let's see. So yeah, anyway, while I'm looking for this and stuff like that, so Black Sands Entertainment is a company created by a guy named Manuel Godoy. he is a Nigerian immigrant who tries to pass himself off as like this great black independent business, which is not independent because it is funded by Mark Cuban and Kevin Hart, right? But the real problem in this whole situation is that this dude is a whole fucking scammer. You know, this dude has scammed people. This dude has done so much horrible business practices. You know, see, I cannot fuck, man. You know what? Let me see something. Let's try this real quick. Let's try this. And that be the problem, right? You know, when you actually want to find something in these places and stuff like that. Explore this group. Okay, let's see something. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, I think I might be able to pull it up. Did they delete it? Yep, I think they deleted my my post. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So okay, well anyway, this is what took place, right? So basically about a month ago, I posted, you know, speaking about this dude or whatever, this freaking this scam artist known as Manu Godoy, right? And in the process of me posting about this dude or whatever the case may be, right? Yeah. In the process of me posting about this dude and stuff like that, I had got a little bit of backlash. You know, I had got a little bit of backlash and stuff like that, and in the process of me getting some backlash, I'm like, damn, man, you know, like this dude isn't what you guys think he is, man. You know, this dude ain't he's not a stand-up individual, you know. He's not someone you wanna hang your hat on. He's not someone that you would actually want to do business with, right? But then we got like, come on, let's be serious, man. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking dude, man. Come on. Let's talk turkey here. Let's talk turkey here, man. Look at this fucking dude, man. Let's talk turkey here, man. Come on, let's talk turkey. Let's talk turkey here, man. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking dude, man. This dude, look at him. He looks like a fucking scammer. You know, he's Nigerian, right? You know, one of these real high yellow Nigerians. So, you know, in Nigeria, he would almost be basically considered a white man out there. You know, so, you know, his grifting and scamming or whatever the case may be. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I actually have the post and some of the commentary as well. So what I'm going to do, you know, shout out to 1 terabyte iPhones. You know, I keeps my receipts. That's what we do. We journalists, and you know, and listen, I like to keep a lot of these things sometimes, because when people start to backtrack, I want to show you, you know, I want to show you what dumb shit you was on. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you all the stuff that you was on. And this is how we do it. This is how we motherfucking do it, man. For real. All right. So now that we got this, we could bring some context to the situation. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, let's get it. So now, this brother, well, this black immigrant, more or less, you know, he started out in around like 2019. He came up around the pandemic and stuff like that, and he got lucky. He got very lucky during the pandemic. You understand? You understand me, people? He got very lucky during the pandemic, people. Very lucky. Very lucky. You know, I always trying to follow on shit, man. I ain't going on. Always trying to follow. Oh, let me get on. You know what I'm saying? So I can handle. Gotta make sure your swag is right. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here like this nigga with the same tank top looking mad dirty and shit. Like, who would want to invest in a nigga with a dirty tank top in all his motherfucking videos and shit like that? See, and that be like the little nuances and stuff like that a nigga like me I look for. You feel me? I'm a real businessman. You feel me? I do real legitimate business. You know what I'm saying? Them DMs and all that, them inboxes that y'all just see me like pushing away and all that. That was actual black business owners speaking to me about, you know, getting them right and making sure that, you know, that they get the proper funding and stuff like that to live their dreams. You know, I'm not asking them to invest in me, you know, and invest in my business or whatever the case may be when they don't own any shares, when they don't own anything. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here is giving independent black comic books a very bad name, and he does not care. He does not care. You know, this dude, and we gonna get into, like, you know, a couple more specifics. We're gonna pull up some things or whatever the case may be. You know, this dude does not give a flying fuck about the black community, right? But so let me read what I had posted, like, this was around like 2-3 weeks ago, whatever the case may be, and I'm gonna get y'all the exact date, just July 7th. You know what I'm saying? So July 18th, you know what I'm saying? 2 weeks ago, I said, is Black Sense Entertainment truly independent if they work with Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban? Because I am truly getting tired of this dude and all egotistical megalomaniac stuff. If he be doing he is an intellectual property thief, as well as an investment fraudster. I think in a few years we're gonna see Manuel, I think I'm godly, in handcuffs, going to jail for one thing or the next, and his wife looked like she's being held against her will, and the white Disney animation dude looks entirely overworked and over it. But it's the best job he could currently get, or whatever the case may be. Now the Disney dude, that's the guy who draws all the stuff for Black Sands or whatever. You know, he's a decent artist, not the best, but you know, he's definitely overworked, and puts all of his greatest artwork into the posters and the cover art. But if you actually purchase these books, the art is horrible. It's trash. Pacing is bad. Storytelling is fucking nonsensical. You know, it's just a whole bunch of, it's pseudo. The shit is not even like real ancient Egypt. It's like some pseudo bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like some shit like you could really kinda, you know, like, it's just manipulation. I hate it. Oh, I hate that shit. You know, because that takes away from money from real comic book creators like myself. Real actual work getting done. Maloyism issue number 2 on the way. We 36 pages. We getting, woo-hoo. We got a nice new artist, baby. Oh, I can't wait to drop this these previews. I'm holding it down till August 6th. We'll be in Michigan, Flint, Michigan. Really cool Comic-Con. It's my first convention. We're gonna turn the fuck up. Like, I mean, we're gonna turn up. Wakanda! We gonna turn up. Like, we gonna have a fucking blast out there, man. Shout out to everybody, nerds, blurs, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the internet's internet. But when we at a convention, it's a utopia. We all comic heads. We all showing love. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got their opinion on this? It is what it is. But in person and all that, man, we are having fun. You know what I'm saying? So I just want that to be known. Hey, even if, man, you Godoy pull up, man, have some fun, brother. You know what I'm saying? But you're still a motherfucking scammer, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're still a motherfucking scammer. Anyway, I digress. I digress. Now, he started a podcast after a few, and this is why I had Conde out on his case or whatever. He started a podcast after a few of us comic creators been doing podcasts for 2 years, such as myself, and want to act as if he broke records by being number 57 on the iTunes America charts. Like, you can't make this you can't make this crap up. This dude's delusional, sitting on the house of cards. Not to mention 12 years old. Oh, not even a 12-year-old gets spared from manual cyberbullying. Yeah, because this dude done bully 12-year-olds. Like, not even a fucking 12-year-old kid gets spared from this dude's rants and campaigns and all that good stuff, right? So I wrote that, and do you want to see the response I got? Do you want to see what these people told me? Holy shit. You would think, you know what I'm saying? Nigga said he's a thief and a fraud with no evidence, then wants to end the post by saying this guy claps back at people on TikTok. And then you sound like a hater, my guy, right? What's the problem? Whoa. Let's go through it, y'all. Just some black nerds. Just some black nerds. This is the group. Just some black nerds. Just some black nerds. Whoa, I'm following his journey and invested in, and look, and invested. Like, where is your dividends? Where's your reports? Where's your annual reports, sir? You invested in this company. Where is your reports? Where's your spreadsheets? Where are they? Bet you don't have them. Bet you gave you a fucking whack ass comic book and told you this is what you motherfucking paid for, because you're not investing. You're buying a book. That's called manipulation. That's called deception. You're not investing. You're getting deceived. You're getting deceived. He's selling you someone else's whole fucking history. We have people, real people like David Crownson making Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Real American history. Real black history. Shout out to his new comic. I think it's Nightmare Out of Newark. He got a Funko Pop out. Go support that Kickstarter as well. Y'all already know David Crownson's my mentor. Got me into creating comics, and that is one of the best brothers in this industry. One of the most stand-up dudes. Never had a problem with that brother. He is so outstanding. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that he does. You know, and I just wanted to be known. You know, I really wanted to be known that, you know, a lot of these people are just scamming you. You know, last time I put up this video and stuff like that. Guess what happened? Disney takes it down. Disney, but who works for Disney? You know what I'm saying? One of the co-owners of Black SANDS. So does Disney have something to do? Does Disney have something to do with this grift that is Black SANDS? You see, we gotta start connecting all the dots, man. This COINTELPRO shit get deep. This, you know, it's a lot of money invested in deceiving black brothers. It's a lot of money invested in deceiving black brothers. The name of the game is keep us confused. But anyway, let's get back into what they were saying. I invested in the journey in the Black SANDS brand. I agree. He is doing too much. You know, but his fans love his attitude and personality. No, they don't. The same bozo lion puts his comics under. That's the same dude Bozo Lion puts his comics under. To disagree is one thing, but to do this sounds a little haterish. Note, but they did start independence, but fuck that guy. Alright, you know, so a couple people were sided with me and all that, you know. Not bring delete this, no. White people be on the same energy as him, but no one checked them, so why he gotta humble himself for hating ass people? Let that man have his crown until he truly do some fucked up ish. Look, they said he had the crown. This nigga had the crown. This nigga had the crown. Holy shit. You know, and I bet you check this dude's page right here. I bet you check this dude's page. And this nigga don't know a motherfucking thing about comic culture, animation, nothing. And that's the problem, yo. A lot of you dudes are new booty. Y'all new to this. Y'all just got in this game. Y'all just started watching anime. Y'all just picked up on Naruto. Y'all just picked up on Bleach. Y'all just started doing this. So when y'all see things like Black Saints, y'all truly believe that this is good art, and it's not. It's horrible. It's shit. It's shitty. It's a fucking shit show. Period. Fucking, I don't know why this, you know, fucking, god damn it. Blunt keep going out, man. I know this nigga do voodoo and shit, but goddamn, nigga, let the nigga live. Anyway. So these are all the comments that was going at me last week, July 7th. This is what was coming at me July 7th. Grown ass man. Look at this nigga. Look at what they're using against me. Look at, they're using Naruto against me. The nigga who made Naruto fucking cool. Me. 2002, I made it cool. I'm the reason why kids don't get beat up when they got on Naruto shirts and anime t-shirts and all that. That's the cop-out. That's the plead the fifth right there. That's the green, like that mean, you know what I'm saying? Nah, they Gucci, man. They a Blerd, they a nerd. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch those. They not gangbang, you're not on that. I rise for the nerds in New York City, man. You don't hear about nerds getting beat up and all that shit because of Flea. Because I put that on GP. I put that on motherfucking books, nigga. Y'all niggas don't even be knowing the half of what niggas do for y'all, man. Y'all motherfuckers be ungrateful. Unmotherfucking grateful, man. My word is law around this motherfucker, man. I say, yo, listen, man, all that anime shirts, that shit a dub, man. None of them niggas plates too. Y'all niggas will be plates. But I would never do that because education and our intelligent, you know, minorities need to come back home. You know, y'all need to come back home. And I understand, you know, right now y'all confused and all. I get it. And this is why I'm here. This is why Flea is here. This is why the Most Wise is here. This is why the Young OG is here. You feel me? Go get Stokey, the Ghoul Comics, TheGhoulComics.com, theghoulcomics.com. I may not be the #1 indie publisher in the world, but guess what? I'm the most honest, the most truthful, and on top of that, I will go the farthest. I got another 30 years in this tank, baby. I'm a young nigga getting to it. I'm a young nigga stepping in the game. You know what I'm saying? We setting our own rules. We crowdfunded. We going straight to the people. Shout out to Marvel. Shout out to DC and all that. But I'm coming at y'all too. Racism in comics. September 25th. Rosh Hashanah. We on ya. We on your body. We on your body. We on your fucking body. Like, we don't take no breaks with this, man. I don't just call out black creators and all that. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those. And I don't just call out white creators. I'm not one of those. I am an honest person. I fight for the truth. I fight for honesty. That's what I do. But anyway, I digress. So this is all them just hating on me. Where's the tea on the IP thievery claims? Where's the tea on the IP thievery claims? You know what? We're gonna get to the terms and conditions. Remember that, Joey Green. Remember this, if you know what I'm saying. Remember this right here. Remember that. Where's the tea on the IP thievery claims? Because the IP thievery claims, you could literally find the truth inside of the BS. I think it's BSE. What's the name of this dude's freaking shitty ass fucking ass? BSP. You know what I'm saying? Named after the BRP and all that. Like, these niggas is weirdos, man. These niggas is weird, cuz. These niggas is fucking weird. BRP. His shit is his name, BSP. You feel me? BRP. His shit name BSP. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't make this shit up, man. I do see some of your points. I didn't know he worked with Kevin Hart though. That's kind of weird, given that Kevin himself is a colorist. Come on, man. You know, I don't understand what you talking about, bro. You watch them go on Shark Tank to get extra funding to help expand. You talking about his wife? What that has to do with you? I'm more for supporting black business, but his personality is not it. But I like the potential of it all. I think his ego's getting in the way. Breaking out as an independent is something to be proud of, especially if you're at number 57. Seem like you're a naive artist, most of them extremely arrogant, but I'll give them a pass because he's not a multi-billionaire corporation wasn't paying workers and laying them off. Well, he's working his workers away a little bit too hard. Shout out to Mano, High Hater. Okay, nigga, shuts up. I don't know what's going on, but you sound like a hater. What else? This nigga sound angry as hell. This falls in the line of what this falls in line, which is nerd talk. So here's my 2 cents. Don't support him. It sounds personal, bro. Like he did something to you, whatever. Maybe this is getting to his head. I'm not getting on the correlation between being independent and working with Kevin Hart, but I enjoy arrogance or whatever phrase they use when talented black people are confident. I'm interested in the IP claims. What original idea or design did he take for his work? My nigga, look at the fucking dude. What design did he take? Before I even get all in detail with that or whatever the case may be, dude, just look at this. This nigga like, what are you talking about? That's a clear IP fucking theory right there. Nigga fucking took fucking Nickelodeon's Avatar and remixed it and tried to make that bullshit with it. You sound kind of mad, you alright. Okay, so I don't want to bore y'all with all that, whatever, right? So now let's get off all that, right? So now I sound mad. Remember, I sound mad. I sound mad because of all these things. Me, I sound mad, right? Fast forward. A brother named Eric D. July, right? He sets the motherfucking world on fire. Boy, yo, boy, he set the motherfucking world on fire. Boy, yo, boy, he set the motherfucking world on fire. $2 million. He raised $1.2 million in the motherfucking day. Sets the world on fire. Sets the world on fire. Guess what happens? This nigga, you see this little chubby hating motherfucker? Hold on, let's get the sound on this.
Go ahead and ask your questions. Let's go. Let's do this. We're taking any questions at all about comic books, anything related to that, anything we're doing with the publishing. Just ask, and I will answer you, my friend. I will answer you.
Like, look at this nigga tank top, bro.
Request to be in the video to ask your question directly. You can do that as well, and make so that you can be like a fanboy with them, right? So when you're not talking about your series, you're talking about those other series that are also black and science fiction, right? A good example would be like what was it called? The Expanse. The Expanse was amazing with black representation.
X-Men?
Ridiculously good with black representation.
Did he just say X-Men was amazing with black representation? Holy fucking shit. Hold the fuck up. I gotta put the blunt out for this one. This nigga's crazy. This is one we gotta get to the reading, because niggas like this is stupid, man. He's a dunce. He's a fucking dunce. He's a fucking idiot. This nigga said X-Men. So now let's quote our good brother Joseph Benson, who actually spoke to the misconception of the X-Men, right? Marvel also introduced a number of characters. Okay, but let's go up a little bit more. Marvel's most notable creation up to this point had been Captain America, but in the early 1960s, it produced a string of innovative new characters, including the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and the X-Men, among others. Led by Stan Lee, the new Marvel characters were more down-to-earth and relatable than previous DC superheroes, such as Superman and Batman. Marvel also introduced a number of characters that showed sympathy to the civil rights movement, events in a critique of white supremacy. I guess even a critique of white supremacy and racism that was new and groundbreaking in the comic book industry. However, as with Worthman and EC, Worthman is a dude that created the comics code, and EC was another comic book company, was a comic book publishing company, whatever the case may be, that kinda was making like a lot of money, and then they kinda like went out of business and shit. However, as with Worthman and EC, the promise of an anti-racist message was undermined by unexamined biases that revealed a perpetuation of the white racial frame within Marvel Comics. While little doubt exists that Stan Lee has earned his reputation as one of the most important creative icons in contemporary American history, the artistic persona that Lee has created for himself is rife with half-truths and self-mythologization. Lee Excelixia, whatever, that's just, where it came from. Perhaps the biggest myth of Lee's characters is that he was a groundbreaking civil rights advocate who, through works like the X-Men, challenged the white supremacist power structure and exposed the machinations of prejudice and racism. While Lee did offer rhetorical support for civil rights in a number of ways, this support was undercut by his persistence of any unexamined white racial frame in Lee's writings, which perpetuated white supremacist tropes even as Lee sought to support the dismantling of white supremacy. Lee is credited often by himself. Who does that remind you of?
The X-Mans. So that'd be a good one.
Who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? You know what I'm saying? Lee is credited often by himself. Because yes, a lot of the myths and rumors about Stan Lee, he made those up himself. That whole thing about him destroying the comic book code and stuff like that, he kind of made that up himself. And that is kind of bad, because the comic book code was supposed to protect us from comics becoming these white supremacist narratives, these white supremacist myths. You know what I'm saying? So for this uneducated, unwise, non-comic book collecting grifter to use the X-Men as his example, and this is something I just randomly came across. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is filled with just ignorance of this industry, and people caught on to that. And this is why they went over the top to support Ripper, because Ripper actually understands comics. You call that man a raccoon, a coon, or this or that or whatever. All that shit don't fucking matter. Because you want to get into it, then you shouldn't be watching DC's Justice League. You should not be watching the Justice League, because a lot of those directors on that set, a lot of people on that film set was whole racist. Not even anti. They was full-blown racist and white supremacists. So you know what I'm saying? So we gotta learn how to separate the artist from the motherfucking art. Some of our artists are fucked up in the mind, man. Some of our artists went through horrible things, and the only way they could speak, and the only way that they could communicate with the world is through this art. You could condemn the person, like, I understand that. But make sure that you throw a little grain of salt. Throw a little sugar. Don't just count them out like that. But I digress, because this man don't know what the fuck he be talking about.
In order to start cultivating your own audience. And you should definitely be a fan of those projects so that you can be like a fanboy with them, right? So when you're not talking about your series, you're talking about those other series that are also black and science fiction, right? A good example would be like, what was it called? The Expanse. The Expanse was amazing with black representation. Absolutely ridiculously good with black representation.
X-Men. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Lee is credited often by himself with successfully challenging the comics code and creating a socially relevant and diverse superhero comic book titles, including what he labeled the first ethnic comic book. What Stan Lee labeled. Right? The truth of these claims is far more complicated. While Lee did more did move comic books in a positive direction, there is still much to question in his legacy in relation to race. The X-Men, commonly thought to represent a metaphor of American racism and prejudice, presents race as a biological rather than socially constructed, and features not oppressed characters but rather privileged characters, whitewashed characters operating in the role of persecuted minorities. What does that sound like? That sounds like the LGBTQ community with these white with these white gay dudes and these white lesbians using people like Tupac, Keep Your Head Up, you know, I'm using songs made for black people to turn around and say that they're the persecuted group. The X-Men gave way to this notion, to this way of thinking, to this radical, this illogical, this delusional, this cognitive dissonance way of existing in the current society. And this is why black people are plagued with so many problems right now, because people are taking our oppression and using it for their protection. People are taking our oppression and they're using it for their protection. They're taking our oppression and they're using it for their protection. You understand me? So this guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about, man. Still don't know fucking shit. He's not a comic book enthusiast. He's a fucking grifter. But I did not come here to speak about that. I kind of landed on the wrong video by accident. Let's get to the real work. Now, he starts with, the Fox News article is exactly what I expected: a political movement and a radically right fan base who despise black representation unless they can dictate how it's done. This don't even make no fucking sense. Notice the flood of racist bigots on my page. Point proven. You are who your base is. But before it was the racist bigots, it was 12-year-old kids who didn't know this, or it's this, or it's a black girls who didn't know that, or it's this person who didn't know that, or it's black Americans who don't support this. It's always some weird hater. It's always them. It's always, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get to the base of what it actually is, it's just him. It's just him. He comes over here with that Nigerian with that light-skinned Nigerian mindset, right? Because in the colorism in Nigeria is so rampant, it's so strong. Oh my God, it's ridiculous out there. The colorism. You want to talk about colorism, man? You want to talk about colorism? Oh my God, it is so rampant out there. The colorism out there is so rampant. It's so rampant. It's so rampant. Over there in Nigeria, I wanna show you, how they treat light-skinned Nigerians in Nigeria. I think it's very important that we understand why his mind frame is his mind frame, why his mindset is his mindset. We gotta get to the meat and potatoes. You understand? I ain't here for the bullshit. Let's get it. So now, this is a commercial in Nigeria.
Snow White Set from Hushed cleanses, nurtures, and moisturizes your skin for long-lasting beauty. Hushed, let your skin do the talking.
You feel me? So this is who this guy thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? This is he comes from this place, and Like, dude, this nigga always got the same tank top, bro. Like, that is so dirty. That is like, like, look at his swag, man. This shit is just awful. Dude just looks like a little grifter. He looked like a little stink nigga. Anyway. See, he was super happy about this right here. 100K in one day. We made it.
Can we make 100K in one day? We got literally 25 minutes. We got 25 minutes to make 100K in one day. Okay? 25 minutes. Can we do it? Can we do it? I'm rooting for y'all right now, man. I'm rooting for y'all right now. We got we could do one day 100K. We just...
Yeah, he thought that was something, right? He thought that was something, right? He thought that was something, right? And let's keep in mind, he has white characters now. You can't talk about Eric D. July when you got, you know what I'm saying? We can't. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We can't listen, man, listen. We gotta be real. What are we doing here? So all y'all done built this company up for this man to go and make Titan Wars, to go and make a Grease story with actual characters that look better than most of the black characters that he drew and designed. This, like, come on. This character has way more spizzazz, way more dynamic than most of his black characters. Scar all across the face into the mouth. That means silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That it's like the top of the mountain. This is when you look at characters like this is what you call a OP character in comics or the anime culture. This is his OP character. This is the last boss. This is King Koopa. This is motherfucking Bison. I think that was his name. I don't even know if that's his name. Is that his name, Bison? I think that's his name, Bison. Let's see something. And he actually look like Bison too. That's the funny shit. Look, the motherfucker even looks like Bison. Like, wait, yo, this dude has no fucking creativity, man. This is Bison. This is Bison. This is his Bison. Look at that. Look at him. This dude has no fucking creativity, man. Anyway. He starts hating on our good brother, Eric D. July. Notice how the flood races, whatever, floods my comments, whatever. Our newly launched, whatever, comic book, The Five's Cancel Culture, brings in 1.7 million in the first 4 days. But he raised 1.2 million in like a day. That was like the first thing that really got, like, everything kicked off into the stratosphere. Now, Fox News speaking on his comic or whatever was kind of like one of the few places that actually spoke on his book. Cause a lot of black places wasn't speaking on it. CBR ain't speak on it. You know, did CBR speak on it? Did Blerd.com speak on it? You know what I'm saying? So how can we sit here? How can we sit here and condemn nothing. Nothing. So how can we sit here and condemn Fox News when nobody was covering our brother's story? Nobody. Like, we have to be honest here, man. We have to be honest, man. You know, we need independent structures who speak on black successes. We cannot throw out the baby with the bathwater. Right now, Eric D. July is the LeBron James of independent black comics. You see, this is a whole new scene springing up. This is a whole new scene springing up right now. That got Marvel comics shaking in their boots. That got DC comics shaking in their boots. That got all these comic industry places shaking in their motherfucking boots. You want to know why? You want to know motherfucking why? It's because it's DTC time, direct to consumer. We are getting our stuff out and we're going straight to the people. We're getting our message out. We're going straight to our niche fan bases, our niche audiences. 10, 20, 100 views could mean more than 100,000 views when it's 100 people that's viewing your stuff. It's actual fans, actual supporters, actually on code, actually sharing your ideology. This is what the mainstream is scared of. This is what people like Godoy is scared of. Because he understands that black Americans don't want to be deceived no more. I'm not going to condemn a black American. I'm not going to condemn a foundational black American because he took a picture with Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I am going to kind of condemn him a little bit for that or whatever the case may be. That was some sucker shit. But that does not mean he does not deserve his congratulations and his flowers for being the LeBron James of independent black comics. Let's go back to what this brother said. I believe I have made myself clear that my audience is 100% different from his. Hopefully no one will ever confuse us again. No one ever confused us to begin with. This dude's a fucking pathological liar. But he has an extremely conservative base of supporters, and I have a black base of supporters. What? So black people are not conservative? What the fuck is this dude talking about? The two don't mix well. What? So black and conservative don't. Okay, all right, whatever. He's an immigrant. Don't worry about it. The two don't mix well, and this is why I have to define an uncertain term that he is not like me in any way. Let him continue to dominate in conservative outlets, but don't fall for the black man starting his own nonsense. This is a political movement and nothing more. Don't fall for the black man. What? Is this dude serious? He didn't even read the comic book yet. Political what? What is he talking about? And then this is my problem, because then you have people, you have known black places like Voice of the Ancestors, right? I'm trying to see if I could. Shit. Then you have known black people like Voice of the Ancestors liking this type of stuff. Like giving this type of stuff validation to the black brothers who don't know no better. Because a lot of just casual fans who support these things because they don't know any better. This is why the community needs me. to be the referee so that you understand what's going on. Because this is bullshit, man. This is fucking bullshit. What is this dude talking about? But don't fall for the black man starting his own nonsense. This is a real black-owned business. You're a black immigrant-owned business. What are we talking about here? But anyway, let's get to the next post here. Because he continue hating. And the press-up take on the black sand story, what up? Nah, shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. What the fuck is dude talking about? Okay, and I believe he deleted one of his tweets. So now let's get to me posting this on a nerd Facebook group or whatever. So remember last week when I was telling y'all when I was telling you I was hating? Now look at your Nigerian overlord, Manuel Godoy. You know, clowns always gonna be clowns in and out the circus. Congratulations to a black American, real independent black comic publisher raising $1.2 million in a day. And shout out to him for signing the first and shout out to me for signing my first domestic. Shout out to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that believes in the Gould comics and stuff like that. You know, I definitely don't want to take y'all support for granted. I 100% appreciate it. And but in one of these posts, basically what Manuel Goldie wrote, and he tried to delete it. You see, because he's gonna delete a lot of these things, right? He's gonna delete a lot of these things. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to. He see that this ain't really go over well. They ain't blow over properly, and now he's gonna. Oh, he disabled the comments. Wow. He disabled the comments. Look at this. He disabled the comments, guys. Interesting. He didn't like the response he was getting. Okay. Anyway, one of the posts that he actually had deleted, but you know, we got them screenshots. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so obviously the friend of my enemy is my enemy, and I just posted that like 2-3 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know this dude's a motherfucking fan of me. You know, he got to cosplay blackness, so he got to run around acting like he's me. He got to run around acting like he's, you know, this dude who's standing up for our people. Like, he's a knockoff version of me. I know. You know what I'm saying? He takes all my stuff and try to say it on a bigger level. You know how this shit go, man. But you ain't gonna never be Flea. Feel me? You see this swag right here? See this right here? You can't never be this, nigga. You can't never be this. Can't, nigga. You can't. So, you know, you could try, but you ain't gonna be me. Look at your fucking tank top, man. You see this? You see this white tank top right here? Don't look like you're nasty. Come on, you a nasty nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Anyway, sorry, but if Fox News, Stormfront, 4chan, and other supported man, I absolutely cannot. Last time I checked, those platforms prefer the annihilation and banishment of my race. What? Okay. To those saying the RIPPERVERSE is just like me, unapologetic, why do those same platforms have endless racist posts about my company and pure hatred yet love him? Since I guess somebody must wrote something, he responded, I guess, but it could also be true that him going to right-wing rallies and endorsing right-wing figureheads like Howard Rittenhouse would mean he was affiliated with them. And I'm guessing that the person wrote, like, you know, just because he took a picture with somebody don't mean that he's affiliated with them, whatever the case may be. And this was, you know, me trying to justify it. So, you know, this is what, you know, that's what I wrote, whatever the case may be. And now, this is the responses. It's amazing how some of y'all wake up and choose succumb. I'm not going to start an argument, but watching Eric July video on politics or comics all the way through. Which basically, somebody's trying to explain to the sister, like, you know, that dude's not a coon or whatever the case may be. You know, he just has his own independent opinion. You know, whatever, it's cool, you know. He has, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, you know, I wouldn't really call him. I would say he's a panda bear. I'm not gonna call him a coon because even in a lot of his rhetoric and the things that he say, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to find a way to get people out of oppression, but in his own way. You feel me? The Libertarian Party, the rock and roll. He's trying to figure it out his own way. Everybody got their own, you know, methods to how they want to alleviate white supremacy. Who am I to say that they wrong? I'm trying to do the same exact thing. People might be like, yo, bro, you mad aggressive, you too extra, you too, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is my method. This is how I prefer to take on white supremacy. But one person who's not taking on white supremacy is Manuel Godoy. Not at all. There's 2 white supremacists who literally own most of his company. How? Come on. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? Listen, if you really want to know what's going on, just listen to whatever I sound like everyone. Let me see something. My fault. So I don't even know why the heck. Okay, here we go. What's going on? I already knew. I didn't fuck with him. Let's not act surprised. Some shit, whatever. And I guess they talking about Eric D. July. Let's surprise. He's not act like he's the only black person doing this. He's like Candace Owen, Herschel Walker. People call me a hater all they want. I ain't reading his stuff. You know, and then I had wrote some things. I had wrote like, you know, but you're gonna read a black immigrant like Manuel Godoy's work, who speaks ill of black women and deceives his investors, to the point that it's hard for other black creators to get backing behind the scenes. Black Science Entertainment was the blueprint until Eric and Charlemagne stepped in the game. You're a consumer, probably not gonna know these things. So basically, what I was trying to explain to the brother was, you know, his claim to fame was the pandemic. He caught his wins during that era. But now 2021, 2022, you have people like Charlemagne, the God who created like a little comic line, and you have people like Eric D. July. There's more people stepping into the space because they see the growth potential. They see that this is the genre. This is it. Indie black comics is it for the 2020s. For this decade, this is what this will consist of. Most definitely. Most motherfucking definitely. Because streaming is important, and stream services need new content. All fans are saying they're getting tired of seeing nostalgic stuff. They're getting tired of remakes and stuff like that. They want brand new stories that speak to now, that speak to today, that can make them feel like they're a part of this generation. Because all these shows are doing with that nostalgia stuff, whatever the case may be, it does not give Gen Z a way to differentiate their generation. We could go to the 90s and say Clueless and say all these other great, you know, shows or whatever. Like the first Matrix came out in the 90s, right? You know, Tupac and Biggie and hip hop and we could go to all these different things and speak to the 90s. But these kids don't really have much to hang their hat on besides social media, right? Like TikTok, YouTube, whatever, for the 2020s. They need shows that represent them. Cartoons, anime that represents them. And I'm not gonna lie, anime goes in a new direction, which is why One Piece is the second greatest selling comic of all times underneath Superman, but surpassed Batman, because Batman is actually Black Man, if I really want to know the motherfucking truth. But so after I wrote that, they just found who the heck is Manuel Godoy. I don't F with July, so he don't even know who the dude who makes Black Sands. I don't F with Eric D. July. What does not mean? Just to have so blah blah blah. Nothing. You agree with this dumbass. Your reason are your own, I'm sure, but his ass just spreading hatery and lies, and he's getting on my nerves. I'm guessing she's talking about me. I don't care that he's an immigrant. That's literally irrelevant, but I'm not surprised he speaks ill on black women. I don't know about his collab with the colorist Kevin Hart, but what else has he said or done that was speaking ill of black women? Okay, so since she's asked that question, it's only right that I provide her with evidence, right, guys? That's what we do. We provide people with the evidence that they're seeking, so that they can understand who they're supporting, right? That's what we do. That's what I do. You know? you know, sorry, I had to respond to a text. You know, we provide evidence. LOL, people mad as hell. He winning and beating expectations, and I'm supporting Ripper. You know, if you got to win by disrespecting another man's brand, did you really win? Ripper never disrespected anyone's brand. That was me and you Godoy. But yeah, more or less, it was more of that. I'm so confused now. I'm woke, chilling with Rittenhouse. How is the issue with Black entertainment so deep? I got you celebrating a black man along with Fox News and celebrates, you know, Rittenhouse, whatever. And then I wrote, you know, what I wrote because, you know, man, Godoy's a con artist. He stole intellectual property, stuff like that, whatever. I feel I'm making something a public issue, but, you know, showing evidence and add validity to your credibility. I'm caught up in the lore. Nigga, I showed evidence mad times. Not an Avatar on the Nile River. I'm screaming. Oh, not Avatar on the Nile River. Exactly what I thought it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yo, dead ass, yo. Dead ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody know, bro. Like, that shit is a whole scam. Like, shit is a scam. Shit is a fucking scam, bro. Like, this shit is a fucking scam. Keep being so dumb, you think of a burner. Oh yeah, okay. And this is the Omar name. This name right here. This is actually Manu Godoy on his burner account. You know what I'm saying? That's literally his burner account, whatever the case may be. Keep being so dumb, you think I'm a burner. I'm gonna keep laughing every time you expose yourself. No cap. I'm no cap. Not siding with the other guy, but how you speak about his issue could be so deep, then immediately dismiss his personal reasoning, saying you couldn't care less. Exactly. So now this is Demetrius. So let's go through this. Let's go through this, right? Because this account, this Omar Kid Ronan or whatever account, I believe is actually me and you Godoy, the owner of Black Entertainment, who's gonna try to get this video taken down, by the way. Because that's type of business that he does, you know what I'm saying? He's not he's not for free speech. He had Disney take down my other video, and it is what it is, you know. That's what suckers do. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? We getting money over here, you know what I'm saying? Business deal just closed and all that. We ain't for that check the clip, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You see my fucking grill, baby. You see what I'm saying? You see the porcelain and all that, baby. We getting money, real money. But anyway. We ain't got to beg the white man. We can smoke weed, do what we do. You know what I'm talking about? Smoke weed, do what we do, say what we want to say. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my Gualas and all that too, man. Shout out to my Ricans, shout out to my Dominicanos, man. You know what I'm talking about? 174, what's cracking? Tato! You know what I'm talking about? We say what we want, we do what we want. You heard? Shout out to my people from the diaspora too. Shout out to my real Nigerians, man. My real getting money Nigerian niggas and all that, man. Flying on them private jets and all that, man. G4 boys, man. What's cracking? You know what I'm talking about? Like, we really got the real life connections out here, man. We really know people in real life, man. This ain't no internet thing. This ain't none of that, man. We get on here. We do this referee thing because a lot of y'all be deceived by this shit, man. Shout out to motherfucking David Crownson, man. Shout out to Guy A. Sims and all that, man. Shout out to my man John Jennings, man. Eisner Award winning John Jennings, you heard? That's what we do over here. We don't play with it, nigga. We don't play with it. We rock with real people who really do this. For real. But anyway, this is a burner account for a man you Godoy. Omar, whatever. How is the issue with BSC so deep and it got you celebrating black men alive when Fox News and celebrates Calvary House, right? Now, the reason why I said it's so deep because he was also on the other post when I was showing y'all these images and stuff like that, right? He was also on the other post speaking about the situation. So if y'all remember early in the video, I had showed y'all this, you know, that post was from July 7th, even though it said one date, that was a screenshot. So this is what he wrote, you know, whatever, boom. My response was, because man, Godoy is a con artist. He tried to steal my intellectual property, and he got me kicked out of Beast Black Comic Collectors Facebook group for literally being a proud black American and calling out Nigerians who was stealing people artwork from DeviantArt, then raising money on Kickstarters for comics that would never see the light of day. So now, just to give y'all some more, like a little bit more history context to that situation. There was a group called Black Comic Creators or whatever. When I first started writing comics around like 2020 or whatever the case may be, this when Black Sands was like in the height of their career. They was just like kind of landing on Shark Tank. A lot of us in the comic book space was inspired by man Godoy. He had got on the Breakfast Club and stuff like that, and he was like one of the first people kind of pushing this new independent black comic creators movement into the spotlight. So, you know, of course, you know, by nature we're gonna support that. You know, we supported him in that comic group. When we were supporting him and stuff like that, he was all cool with it and stuff like that. I started writing my comic book called Stokey, Maroon City Detective. Right? Hold on. Yeah, alright. So we started writing Stokey, Maroon City Detective, and the level of vitriol and hatred went through the roof. You know, so this is the first comic I had worked on, right? This is the first one, and then this is the second one, artwork by John Jennings and stuff like that. You know, me, all of it. So when I was actually making the comic book, you know, he was supporting it. Like, yo, man, that's cool. To send the third or whatever the case may be. You know, he like, yo, that's cool, bro. Like, you know, that's a cool, you know, book or whatever. And then when it came time to, you know, like launch the Kickstarter or whatever the case may be, you know, prior to, it was me and another FBA brother who was calling out these Nigerian dudes who was stealing artwork from DeviantArt and placing it on the BCC group as their own, and then raising Kickstarters, right? And which they would raise like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on artwork that wasn't even theirs. And then we would go and tell the admins, right? Me and my homeboy would go tell the admins or whatever, the FBA family, and they would just like disregard it. And we like, what the fuck? And you know, and we'd probably like post about it, and then, you know what I'm saying, people wouldn't say nothing and be like, wow, there's like a lot of tethers in here. You know, we would speak about this stuff behind the scenes. So a few of us FBA brothers, we started, you know, just kind of doing our own things on the side or whatever. When I put up my book on for the Kickstarter campaign or whatever, these guys just kicked me out the freaking the group. I'm like, what the hell? So I started writing the admins like, hey man, what's going on? Why kind of kicked me out or whatever the case. And then I look, and I'm seeing Manuel writing all these little funny things, you know, little subliminals, and you know, this man can't hold water. So I'm like, oh, okay, you was behind that, all right? That's cool. I respect that. I respect the joke. You know, I was also trying to publish Stokey, right, through his app, through the Black SANDS entertainment app or whatever the case may be, right? This bull crap right here, right? This fucking bullshit or whatever, right? So I was going to publish it through there, and as I'm speaking to people, they're saying, they're like, no, dude, like, don't do it, like, this dude took my IP, like, it's some stuff in the terms and the terms and conditions that basically gives him the right to your comic, and nobody really getting paid except him, and it's just like he's just basically stealing people fans on this. I'm like, wow, you know, that's, and you know, I don't want to release like behind the scenes conversations, and a lot of people got their careers and stuff like that, so I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, I could really get deep with it and put the whole situation out there, but they'll do that at their own time, at their own expense and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying. You know, these things reveal itself over time, but that was my whole thing, right? So this is why I wrote in this statement right here. So now, Omar Kid, like I said, this is what I suspect as me and you Godoy's burner account. This is his response. I really couldn't care less what your issue is with him is. Common sense would gather your evidence and sue him instead of running your mouth online and giving him a case for libel, right? So now he's telling me to sue him, right, online, or giving him a case for libel. So now he's basically trying to say like he can basically sue me for defamation. That's that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm telling you. This is him. Like, so instead, here you are capping for a raccoon or whatever, because they got championed by a racist news channel and joining Blerd groups to whine about it. What? So that's why I'm like, that's when I peek. I'm like, oh shit, that's this dude. I forgot that was him. So I'm like, oh my god, man, if you don't get off your burner account and get back to stealing people ideas with your fake version of Avatar set in the Nile River, don't you got a podcast to work on? When I see you following Big Daddy, I'm like, and I said, but I see you out here following Big Daddy Dave, but I got a Spotify deal. You don't, cause you wanna, cause nobody wanna hear you whine all day. Being so dumb that you think I'm a burner, I'll keep laughing every time you expose yourself. So now there's someone else, right? Demetrius Golden. No cap, and this is he adds Omar Kid Ronan Spence. No cap, not siding with the other guy, which is me, Dave. But how you ask about his issue could be so deep, then immediately dismiss his personal reason, saying you couldn't care less. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, how you gonna ask him out? You know what I'm like, yo, what? Like, he literally asked the question. Literally. How was your issue? And then say, oh, I don't care less. I couldn't care less or whatever. Like, what is this dude talking about? And he's like, oh, it was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical question. I see what you're getting at. I know his reasons. Apparently, BSA stealing from him and apparently doing a fraud with his investors. But when we ask for proof, nada, nothing. Who's we ask for proof? Like, dude, I showed man proof. What are you talking about? Laugh my ass off. Okay, if it was a rhetorical question, then gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the kid don't really want to argue. And I feel you're making something a public issue, but you know, not showing any evidence of ability. I think I'm caught up in the law. Then the girl wrote, you know, not the Avatar and the Nile River stuff, whatever the case may be. First post he did, I said, I'm sure you're gonna watch every video you posted for proof. If it ain't proof, I'm laughing at you because these strong accusations. I laugh. Then this nigga didn't even watch the videos, and this is why I'm talking about. On the last one or whatever, he went, yo, I'm gonna go watch all these videos, whatever the case may be, and then like 5 minutes later he writes his next post. Oh, none of these videos is this. They don't say nothing about nothing. Like, what are you talking about, dude? So now he's ignoring the girl. Dog, get that man away from the now. So now this is the dude laughing with the girl at him. You know what I'm saying? Because you know. Listen, people don't understand, you know, nobody want to be confrontational all day and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? This dude don't really care about disrespecting somebody you don't really know or whatever. But he's laughing with the girl just to show, like, yo, I side with Dave, you know, whatever the case may be. And, you know, then he just put, I feel you, my G, or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So this is how people really feel. This is how people really feel. You know, and this is me and you on his burner account trying to steer the waters and stuff like that. And that's what he does. He's online all day with burner accounts, with this and the third, making fake things up, making this and the third, trying to do everything he can to be a scammer, to deceive people. He's going to try to shoot this video down. He's going to try to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's just a big freaking scammer, whatever case may be. You know, if I could really get in depth with it or whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, if this dude want to fake, quote unquote, try to sue me for libel or whatever, I would love to bring all those evidence, bring every piece of evidence to the courtroom. And not only will he lose, but I'm going to countersue. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to countersue. Like, dude, I come from a litigious family, my brother. I got real life money, bro. Trust me. Trust me, bro. Trust me. You are the least of my motherfucking worries. But we're going to get you up out the comic space. We're going to get you up out this comic space. So, I'm going to end this right here. It's a little bit long. I'm sorry. But let's see where he goes with it. You know, he's probably going to try to take the video down and stuff. He took down my last one or whatever. I don't know. You know, maybe I have to do another one without using any of his nasty looking images and stuff like that, or his ripped up tank top or whatever. But he's a fucking scammer. He's a scammer. We're probably gonna have to call the SEC on him since he's talking about libel. Since he want to start getting with the police and all that stuff, I'm probably gonna end up calling the SEC on him. And just to make this very clear, and just to make this investor allegation very clear, when I speak about the scammer, let's make this clear now.
You deserve this update. You deserve this news. BSP Comics is taking investors publicly. Yep, now is your chance to own a piece of one of the best Black Webtoon apps in the world. But don't take my word for it. Go to the App Store and find out that we got 5-star reviews from hundreds of people. And we got 40 different titles on. Before we got famous, you deserve this update. You deserve this news. BSP Comics is taking investors.
This nigga teeth is janky as hell.
Yep, now is your chance to own a piece of one of the best Black Webtoon.
A platform for Black comic creators.
Apps.
Now, keep in mind, right? The name of the Facebook group is called BCC, Black Comic Creators, but platform for Black comic creators. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, raised over $500,000 already. Keep in mind, some of this $500,000 has a lot to do with Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban.
But don't take my word for it.
1,200 plus investors. Now, how is that possible? How is that possible? How the hell does one company have 1,200 investors unless you're like a publicly traded company? And there's another way you could do it, but I'm not going to state that way and give this freaking lame-ass, cornball, idiot dunce any ideas. How is that possible? There's only a few ways that you could go about having 1,200 investors. This statement in itself is a fucking lie, and this is why I call him a fucking scammer. It's deception. This is a lie. You want to take me to court for this? Let's go. It's a fucking lie. Crowdsourcing, Kickstarter is not investing. It's a donation, it's a purchase, it's a tax write-off. It is not an investment. You do not get dividends. You do not receive any form of compensation when this company's price raises. There's no quarterly statements. There's no monthly statements. There's none of that bullshit. He's gaslighting people. He's doing what people like John Mr. Morrison, whatever the fuck his name is, John Jay, whatever the fuck, I don't fucking know. Doing that same bullshit. He's harping on black people's freaking pain and struggle, and he knows that right now we want to be financially free, and he's deceiving people, and this is what makes me so upset with this fucking asshole dunce. And you gotta say it in a more articulate King's English type of way, so that the intelligent black brothers and sisters understand what the fuck I'm saying. Cause I can say it in fucking hood way and all that good shit. But right now, we're talking to investors who've been deceived, man. Who've been deceived because they want to believe. Who've been deceived because they want to believe. Who've been deceived because they want to believe. We gotta get people like this out of our communities, man. This dude's he's a fucking snake, man.
Go to the App Store and find out that we got 5-star reviews from hundreds of people. And we got
5-star reviews from hundreds of motherfucking Nigerian bot farms.
And now you could be a part of it, but you gotta put your name.
Anyone with a burner account, I don't trust. No more slave stories.
Aren't you upset that Tyler Perry Studios was built and you never got a chance to invest? Well, BSP Comics is the next one up, and here's your chance. Now let's get it.
Buy stock. Like, what is this? Fucking webtoons?
Get this book right here. It's new. It's out. The hardcover. Woo, look at that right there. Look how thick that is. You gotta get this right now.
Look at how thick that is. Dude, are we serious right now?
Because they're gonna miss a chance to invest in the business before it got famous. But for the 10% of you that did watch this video all the way through to the end, you are a day one supporter. And because you were here before we got famous, you deserve this update. You deserve this news. BSP Comics is taking investors publicly. Yep, now is your chance to own a piece of one of the best black webtoon apps in the world.
So he said you could own a piece. You could own a piece. You could own a piece. So, where do you invest that? Where do you invest that here? I'm trying to figure it. Where's the investment? Buy the books, become a subscriber, YouTube, download. Where's the? Okay, maybe it's here. Let's see. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Pledge, signed, early bird. Okay. I don't see nothing about investing here. But he says he has 1,200 investors. So this is what I'm gonna leave you with, guys. This is what I'm gonna leave you with. He says he has 1,200 investors, right? Says he has 1,200 investors. What we're gonna do, all right? We are going to challenge you to find these 1,200 investors. If you could find just one of these investors that would come to my platform and do a public interview, I will give you $500. Since it's $500,000 raised here, I will give you $500 if you could find me one investor with records, with reports, with quarterly statements, profit and losses, spreadsheets, dividends, the whole shebang. Bring them up here. I will give you $500. This man, Godoy, is a scammer. He's a liar. He's a deceiver. And I stand by those statements. OY to the motherfucking G's, 40 to the motherfucking family. Peace and motherfucking reparations. FBA all day. Be motherfucking